Hello and welcome back to Race Spec F1 2019 European Series Tire 2. We are here at race number 18, the Mexican GP. My name is YWR22 or over Andres, and of course we have our same co-commentator as always here.
Hello, Bjartmar Nedal, YWR Bjartmar, here to commentate today with Oliver, and today we are driving the Mexican Grand Prix. What do we think about that one, Oliver?
My personal opinion, not the favorite, but it's a very beautiful track, like the layout of it, but just personally driving on it is not my favorite. Do you have any thoughts?
There.
Yeah.
I think the track has a great layout, but it's not my personal favorite, just like you said. But I'm excited to see what the drivers here can do. We are of course closing in on the championship, so who are the favorites for the final victory?
I'm not sure, of course it stands right now. Sancho is number 1 in the driver championship with Martin Bell only 10 points behind, and only 19 points behind Sancho is Antarvarlo. OSR Lewis is also 67 points behind Sancho. He still has the chance, but he's very far behind, so I think it is between Antarvarlo, Martin Bell and Sancho here. And I'm not sure, but I think that we can see maybe Antarvarlo going for a win here today. And
yeah, let's see.
Of course, I also from myself have to apologize to everyone for not commentating last week. I remember at Hungaroring I promised that I would commentate every race, but sadly I had a big test for the school last Wednesday, so then I couldn't do the stream and commentate here, and I'm really sorry for that. But of course we are back now, and we're gonna stay here for today, next week at USA, then in 2 weeks we're going to Brazil, and in 3 weeks we're going to Abu Dhabi, the last round. We can see that Deadly Flu is going to the commentator here and said hey, so hello to you. See that it's very sunny here today. What do you think about this track with the weather? Do you think we can see some rain here today, maybe in the race?
Mexico is probably one of the tracks with the highest possibility of a dry race. I do not have the statistics, but it seems like a really dry place, so I think we'll have both a dry race and a dry qualifying. Yeah, let's see. So far no drivers are heading out from the pits, but I see a Ferrari guy backing me up there. I think that's Antarvarlo.
Yeah, the first thing I think when drivers use a lot of time out on track, I think that could this be that it is rain in the race and they have to find out what the type of setup. That's just the first thing that comes to my mind. Of course it could be one of the things. I'm not sure, but only time will show.
You see the 3 drivers that's farthest ahead, or the 3 drivers contending for the final victory. Martin Bell, Antarvarlo and Sancho are at first to be on track. So that's interesting.
Yeah, see Deadly Flu commenting that he's just gonna be the race engineer for Lewis today here. If I was right, I'm gonna check here. I think Deadly Flu. Yeah, Deadly Flu has a bad neck here today, so he's getting out. So all of best wishes from us here to you, and hope he gets better soon, so you can be back on track. But then Antarvarlo here. Now let's maybe get the map and everything up here. You can see that he's going into the 3rd sector now. This is the stadium part. This is like the place of this track I really love. I think it just looks awesome built right here.
Yeah, I agree, it's beautiful, and the noise that Mexican fans make when Sergio Perez comes around those corners, it's the best on the calendar.
Yeah.
Until we see the whole Grand Prix with Max Verstappen fans.
Yeah. Of course, we can see Antarvarlo. He has started his hot lap. Oh, he's getting a little bit tow from his teammate here. Some such, not so much, but it will maybe help a little bit down into turn 1, a heavy braking zone. Then into turn 2, a sharp left turn, and then turn 3. Important to not go too far out there, then it will be an invalid or a warning if you're in the race. Down into your 2nd sector here on track, if I'm right, into turn 4 and 5 here. It's a very tricky part to not be too early on the soft out of turn 5 there. Down to turn 6, it's like a hairpin actually, and down into the part I think it's the hardest one this track. Turn 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Little, look at the S's here. Almost easy to get invalid, or in the race maybe penalties. So not my favorite part of the track, but now into turn 12 and 13 here, another hairpin. Could probably maybe see some dive bombs into there actually. But then into turn 16 and 17, the two lost corners where Valtteri Bottas crashed in qualifying last year, and Valtteri slowed down, I think. Or wait, huh?
Yeah, I think it was. He was trying to get in the pits, I think. Martin Bell, 115.1, and then Sancho is the next one, I think. Yeah, 115.4. On the mediums though.
Yeah, this is a medium here. I think that let's talk about the strategy a little bit. Of course, I'm not sure if medium hard is medium hard is an option here. If not that, then there's a 2-stop, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the two preferred strategies here, and we see half going on the softs and half going on the mediums.
Yeah, we're looking at.
Interesting to consider the race there.
Taking a look at Ferry at the moment. Hasn't set the time yet. He's on the medium tires too. So the new fastest lap from Lewis, 114.8 on those soft tires.
So the race engineer really doing his part. Good job.
Good job here today.
Oh. I think the next one, Esteban went to the pits. Then I think it's Ferry. That's the next one that goes to life.
Yeah, and after that we get some such. So let's see then, Ferry going around the last corner now. It's going to be a 160.6, then some Sarge up to 4th and a 150.8 on the soft tires. Then we got a Toro Rosso. Is that Prime Wilson maybe? Yeah, it is. Is it D. Warren then? No, he's an invalid. Conroy, so then he's on a hot lap and has the time yet. One of the drivers we see can be high up here in both qualifying and race, so I think he can be maybe a favorite here today.
Yeah, he's also on the soft. Oh, he gets an invalid there.
Yeah.
I think Prawn can definitely challenge for win today, but that lap Sancho puts on the mediums looks really good.
Yeah. Can take while WR Hades is out on the track now in his Williams today. Let's see if he can challenge the other Norwegian here today then. But are there any other cars on the hot lap then? Ferris? No, he's on a hot lap, I think.
I think the next one is Hades.
Yeah, we can just stick on Hades here. Yeah, he's going to stadium part now. So he's gonna start his hot lap. He's on the medium tires. I think that's so that's where only 50 drivers here today. So 5 drivers who can't race. Sad to see, but hope to see everyone back next week on the circuit of the Americas. But then Hades starting his hot lap now onto the very long main straight here. Very good possibility for overtake. Also, maybe going, we can see some 3 or maybe 4 wide here. It could be a possibility, and yeah, that would be awesome to see something like that today. Of course, both of us has warmed up our commentator voice here from yesterday in TNRL. So we're gonna try to do as good as possible here today. Take you through this. We are now 7 minutes into the qualifying. Almost everyone has set the time except SST Bent, Steve Warren, Conrad, and YWR Hades. But we are watching YWR Hades on a hot lap right now into sector 2, I think. Yeah, it's sector 2. I'm not sure where the sector parts are or where they're separating.
Coming up right now?
Yeah.
There.
Purple second sector on the medium tires. Yes, had a good lap then probably. Going to the last corners now. Turn 15 and down to 16 and 17 right now. Not cut to me. Oh, and here's an invalid. So, not be a valid time. We can maybe take a look at SST and then he's also in a hot lap, I think.
Yeah. the Renault driver. He has not set the time either. He has a purple first sector.
Far
and there he
out.
gets an invalid. So then the next one will be Hades, is it Babunje?
Could it
Or
be him? Maybe.
Sancho purple first sector.
Take a look at him. He's on a good time at the moment. Oh, one of the favorites here today. The guy leading the championship with 10 points down to Martin Bell. So here it's a really big fight here. At the Vralo at the moment in 11th, and he can also fight about the championship here. So I think he wants to get higher up to here today, staying in the pit at the moment. But Sancho through the last corners then on the soft tires actually. Will it be a fastest lap? It is on a 1:14.1.
It's incredible. I think we haven't seen the best of drivers like Lewis and Martin and Antivarlo, but I think that's the pole position right there.
Yeah, you can take a look at TTG Warren. He has not set a lap yet either, or far out there, but it's not an invalid.
I think.
Or my screen it's not invalid.
Not invalid here either, so he can continue.
Oh, I think that was something changing in the top there. Didn't see what changed. It was Tanguo going up to
Tango
fourth.
up to P4.
Yeah.
And we saw Warren getting a purple second sector. So let's see here. He's coming across the line.
Wow.
1:14. Oh, that's a good time. A good lap time from TTG Warren. And I have to bite my words, as we say in Norwegian, because that wasn't the pole time at all from Sancho.
Is this T-Banana? Is he on a hot lap? He has not set the time yet.
We can follow Lewis. I think SST Bannon's on an in lap. But
Oh, yeah, he sets the
P3 at the
time.
moment, always are Lewis. Oh, P6.
Kviti is on a
Lewis
hot
then
lap.
with a purple sector. Yeah. Lewis has a purple second sector.
Okay, and then we go to him first. At the
P3 at
moment,
the moment is Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
Babunji up to P4. And Lewis keeps his position, but it's 1:14.3.
is that some Sarge maybe? No, it's Antivarlo. He's going to start his lap. Gonna go to Kviti then, going through the last corners at the moment right now. And he goes into pits.
And it's
Prime.
an Rosso, Prime Miltu.
Sort of Vitard invalid, Martin Bell outlapped, and it's a Mercedes that's D Warren.
Tango,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's D Warren there.
Probably follow Antivarlo then on the mediums.
Yeah. Yes, at the time at a 117.7, so he's down at the 13th position right now. I think he wants to get tied up to a fight with Sancho and Martin Bell about the driver championship. Of course, we only have this and three other races left. So it's gonna be a close fight now to see who can take that championship.
He's a second behind his previous lap time, but we need to remember that he slowed down on the end of the last lap, so he still has some time to gain here, coming through the last couple of corners. And accelerating to the end. What can his lap time be? 1:16.5.
It's right behind Prime Vilsu then.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
The next
also
one will be
lap.
Martin Bell.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Prime
Prime
Vilsu,
Vilsu, Martin Bell invalid. Then is it Sancho is on an outlap, I think.
Or is it Tweety
Yeah.
maybe? It's Sancho?
Sancho is on an outlap at the moment. Who's gonna start it? Is it some Sarge?
Hades maybe?
Oh, it's some Sarge. He's in before Hades. After that, we can go to Hades maybe. Oh, he's right behind.
That time. Hades with a purple second sector. say.
Let's see then, Samsace in the last corner now into P8. Harris then. He's on the soft tires, what can he get? It's a P8 for the Williams driver.
Then Santavarlo, but he's on an in-lap, I think. Will be starting another one? No, he dives into the pits. Probably try on the soft tires later. Then it's Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho is the next driver. No, invalid. Then another Williams? No, that's Harris. No.
I think then it's
Vitod outlap. Samsace inlap. Then it is
maybe?
Kviti is the next one. He just started his lap. So then we can take a look at him.
Pops up the tires.
You see that Khan Racer's the only driver has not set the time yet. He's still in the pits. And 4 minutes left, so maybe he should soon get out.
Yep. We see Kviti struggling a bit, locking up the tires here and there.
As we would say in Norwegian.
Yep. Yeah, that's Norwegian saying that, not an English one. Sorry.
Yeah, we Norwegians. Us Norwegian have some weird things for some other people it's probably very weird.
Yeah, like here and there, and I can probably think of another one before the session is over. But we see Kviti coming to the line. This lap time B comes in 1:15.4.
Next
I have
one.
to say it's close between Hades and Pardilsi though.
Vitod is the next driver, and then it's D. Warren. And then after that, it's just then it's the driver who is on out laps now.
Vitod 2/10 upon his time.
At the moment in P13, on the soft tires. Can he get any higher up then? Crossing the line and going into a P6. Good lap there. And then we got Baboon just starting his lap, but we can go to CC D. Warren. Good. Oh, he gets an invalid there. To take, who's the next one that? This is Con Racer.
Yep, the Red Bull driver has not set the lap time yet.
Invalid.
As we wait for the drivers to start the final out laps, what do you think about the possibility of safety cars here?
Not the biggest, but I think if you have worn up tires, then in the second sector in the where Vitod is at the moment, that could be a challenging part maybe. Baboon journey invalid. Vitod is not on a hot lap. Then it's a Steven, but it's an outlap. Ferry outlap. Then the Ferraris they're on outlap. Then it's Racing Point. Sancho on outlap. Then it's Hades, but he's gonna take. He's also on outlap there. Is it someone on a hot lap at the moment?
Nope. Baboon is just starting one.
Wilson. He's into the second sector now. So we can take a look at the Toros driver currently at P12 here today. Can he get any higher up? He's in that turn number, let's find the map again. Turn number 8, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and 11 now. Down into where it should be at DRS, but Codemaster is too lazy to get it here into third sector. Into the stadium part. Where it could I need to have a good exit of that little hairpin. Looks like a good lap from the Torosso here. Gonna cross the line and it's gonna be a 1:15.0 up to fifth. Then Martin Bell outlap. Warren invalid. Lou's gonna start. This is Baboon J then.
Baboon J. Back on his time.
Then after that it's SST Ban and Ferry. No, Ferry. Bunjay up to 4th.
We see a Hats driver, I think. Ferry. Invalid. It's a racing point.
It is Antavarlo and Samsadje. Those are next.
Yeah.
And after that it's Khan
So
race.
we see Anto.
Yeah.
Always invalid. Then it's Samsadje.
What can he get
He's
that?
two tenths up in his time,
Ooh.
and he finished behind.
Khan
There's a
race
Red Bull
invalid.
Kong going to pits.
Hades invalid.
Gonzalez.
It's Sancho, next one. He's also invalid.
Oh,
Prime Vilsu, not an hot tennis. Martin Bell, I think.
Invalid.
Oh, invalid.
Lewis invalid. So this was the invalids.
Tenguo. We can watch him.
Tango.
He's on a hot lap and he's not invalid.
Probably you're just commentating or cursing him. Yep, invalid. Who's next then? No, are we finished?
Yeah, Tenguo got invalid. So then we got the grid for the race today. Do you want to take us through it?
Yeah, I guess so. TCG D Warren starts on pole position here with Sancho closing up the front row. Overall, Deadly Lewis. Overall, Lewis starts P3 with I think we take the rest afterwards. Deadly Lewis actually. Wow, I'm good. So here in P4 we have Yuwok Bunjay, P5 is Prime Vilsu, P6 OWR Martin Bell, P7 is Anservalo, P8 Vital, P9 Tango, and P10 Ferry SF. YWR Hades is the first driver starting on 3 compound of tires, some Sargents at P12, P2 P13, SSD Van P14, and Khan Racer the last driver on the grid P15, with no time set in the qualifying at all.
I was looking at the constructor standings and I think this is something we have to take here. Ferrari in first position in the constructor standings with 252 points. Only 26 points behind. Yeah, 26 points behind is Alfa Romeo at 4th. So it's really close in the top 4 here. Then Ferrari 252 points. McLaren second with 245. Only 1 point behind there is Racing Point. And then there's Alfa Romeo with 226. And then a small gap down to Mercedes in 5th with 180. Then it's a close fight between Red Bull with 122, Williams with 119, and Toro Rosso with 116. Renault with 93 and Haas with 40 points. You can see that it's very sunny here today on race day. So yeah, it looks like it's no clouds at the moment either. So I think we're gonna have a dry race all out. But I'm gonna take you guys through the track here when we start after the drivers are picking their strategy and setups done. I'm gonna follow you with TTD Warren in the front there. Of course, the main straight here, it's very long straight. You can have some good overtake opportunities. It's a very wide part, so we can probably be up to 4 cars wide here. I've seen in some videos. And into turn 1, a heavy braking zone for this little first, or before you take a sharp left turn, then a sharp right turn, turn 2 and 3. After that, onto the second DRS straight here. Also an okay good overtake opportunity here. Not as good as main straight though. Then it is going a little bit slow, but then into second sector. The first corner here is then turn 4, a sharp left turn, then a sharp right turn, turn 5. It's important to not go too far out there, then you will get the penalty. Then into the hairpin, turn number 6. After that, it's the SS, as I will call it, turn 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here, it's important to not go too wide here and try to not get any penalties and not spin around. Then into turn 10 and 11 here, same as in turn 7, 8, and 9 here. And then into another straight where it could be a overtake opportunity if Codemaster would add the DRS here too. Then into third sector, into turn 12 here, another heavy braking zone before I go into the stadium section. One of the coolest parts here on the track in my opinion. Then another hairpin, turn 13. You could probably go on some dive bomb here. With experience, I know that it works. Then it's turn 14 and 15. And it's turn 16, where Hulkenberg went to the wall after Daniel Kvyat tapped him in the back. And then turn 17, where Valtteri Bottas crashed in Q3.
Kvyat tapped him, he torpedoed him.
yeah, that's also.
Torpedo. But when you said there's a dive bomb opportunity there, I think you don't want to ask Max Verstappen about that.
No.
Or about triple.
But 5 drivers on medium, those out of top 10. We're gonna follow Titki Dion as we wait for the drivers to get back up on the grid, and we are waiting for the 5 red lights here today at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico. You can see then we got 3, 4, 5 red lights. Slides out and away we go. Looks like a good start here from TTD Warren. Oh, sorry, Lucy not hanging out there. Sancho also with a very good start, it looks like there. We'll get a bad camera angle. Oh, we should go 3 wide. Can we get a better camera angle? Sancho trying to take TTD one on the inside to turn him on, not get the possibility. And then also Lewis also trying to challenge him with Martin Bell there in the Mac. Martin Bell already up there from P16 up to P3 now. Looks like a very good start from every driver here. I don't know how it was in the back.
Yep.
Did you see anything there?
Clean racing. I saw from Hades view, and it looks like there was clean racing at the start. And there, Martin Bell is around.
Oh, there's a huge crash. There's some. What is a car? What? Oh my god.
And who else are out there? QT is struggling.
Oh, as Conroy and whatever has a little touch. This Conroy missed an end plate. Is any other car with wing damage?
I think the Warren is struggling a bit. The Warren has wing damage, yeah.
Ooh, how has he managed to get that? Oh, he almost spins around, has to cut the corner. He missed an end plate. And we got Sancho up in the lead with Ozar loose on side. TKD we're going to pit now. Not the best start from the.
Probably going 2 mediums tire, 2 medium stints to the end.
Yeah, not the best start. We'll see a thank you on the back of SST man into turn 1, going on the inside of him. Can it is a very drag race here into turn 1. Who will break late? And it looks like it is Tanguo taking the 7th place. We'll see that Antavralo is going to pit, so he probably had some wing damage or front wing damage too. Martin Bell was also, I think I saw some car in the wrong way back there. Could be Martin Bell.
Yeah, that was Martin Bell.
Yeah, but luckily he is how he had his whole front wing there. Only lost, or he lost a lot of position, but he's still right on the back of them. Can go to the lead then. Also lose only a half second behind Sancho at the moment. See if he can catch up to that. See Sancho getting a 13 time penalty. But these are also 2 of the drivers fighting for the driver championship and also the constructor championship too. So here is a nice fight with them. Also Ferrari in now 6 and 15. Not the best start for Antavralo. Now on medium tire. See that Sancho is a great last corner there. And pulls off almost a second in front of Lewis then. You can see, oh,
just have to point out.
Hades goes into pit. Is he gonna change front wing? Conroy is into pit. Sorry, just had to break it with it.
Dulcage and SST Ban has both made up 6 places, now 5 because they got overtaken. But they had the best starts here, and TTD Warren has lost 13 places, so that's definitely the worst. And he goes into the pits. More wing damage. Also Antivallo into the pits.
Antivallo and TTD Warren pitting again. I saw that Conroy is switching front wing, but I'm not sure if Hades did it too. But Warren and Antivallo into pits now. They just fit it.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too,
but does the hard tires? Can the hard tires go to the finish then?
I'm not sure actually. So let's see.
To go to Baboon J then, 4th and behind Prime Wilson then into the not the podium section. The
stadium.
Stadium. I forgot the whole word there at the moment. Baboon J right behind Prime Wilson now onto the main straight. He will have DRS also. He got the lots of ERS overtakes now, going on the inside of him. Looks like it's going to go very nice and clean. Prime Wilson going right back into there, trying to get the slipstream into turn 1. He's going to answer anything. No, he does not do it. And Babuja is now up to 3rd place. But do you have anything you want to say about the start here today?
It looked clean until Martin Bell was spun around. I don't know what's happened there. But still, 32 laps to go. It's one of the longest Grand Prix in the whole calendar. So nothing is yet finished. And a safeguard can turn this whole race around. So let's hope for Warren's and Antivarlo and Kant and Martin Bell's and Haddis' sake that there's a safety car.
Yeah. You can see, of course, Lewis is now very close to Sancho again. Into 3rd sector. I think that Lewis is
looking real quick here.
Yeah, Lewis pushing a lot here. He want to fight for his teammates who could not drive here today. And he is not so far behind in the driver standings, in his 4th at the moment. He still has the chance to take the driver championship, but it's not going to be easy for him then.
Yeah, it's more of a theoretical chance than actual real chance, but let's see here. Closing up to Sancho into turn 1, but he's not close enough.
Take a look at Ferry overtaking some Sarge into turn 1 then.
Medium tires look good from the start, but now they're losing a bit out, I think.
Yeah, of course, this is a track that really eats the tires, so... Oh, it's a yellow flag, and that's Antivarlo.
Varlo
Has lost more...
Really tough race for the Ferrari.
Yeah, not having a good race now. He has not lost any wing... he does not have any wing damage, that's good for him.
Martin Bell fighting with Kviti. Yep. Thinking the same thing, Raya.
Yeah. It's right on the back of the Racing Point here. They're also fighting in the constructor too. So every point counts here today. Martin Bell, the only McLaren also, does not have his teammate or any reserve today. So both he and Lewis will have to get some points here today. Let's see if we can do it.
Lewis now in the DRS.
Yeah, Lewis is, I think he's still too far behind to maybe make a move on Sancho.
Yeah, it's a bit early too. If you can just stay in the DRS, you'll be fine for another 25-30 laps, but
look at Martin Bell then.
It looks like
he's close again, but it's not enough maybe, or he's showing up. He will show his car in Kviti's mirror there. But into the second DRS straight. Does he get a good exit? Oh, go far, very wide there. But he's almost 4th and behind. Can he do it into turn 4 then? No, doesn't look like he's too far behind. Oh, he's almost going the inside dive. Locks up there. But I think it looks like it's not good.
Locking up a lot right now.
Yeah. I can feel that my voice is getting tired of talking so fast now.
Is Lewis right on the back of Sancho over here. Looks like those are the 2 drivers who's going to fight over the victory at the end also. If there's not any surprises, but Hunje also looks really fast today. Maybe you could be in for a podium place.
That could be a possibility. It's looking very fast. There's 2.5 seconds by Lewis then. And then he got also a 2.4 second down to Prime Wilson. So the Haas driver getting a good result here today maybe, but we gotta be careful and not make any commentator curves. But look at Martin Bell, 4th by Kviti into turn, or on the main straight. He's on the soft side, Kviti on the medium. He's going on the inside of him. Kviti maybe trying to fight also back for Sancho then, since they are in the driver and constructor fight. Looks like Martin Bell makes it easy. Of course, because of the detection zone, he also gets DRS on the second straight here. I've never understood that actually.
Yeah, it makes it real hard for the driver behind to come back if he gets past. Yeah. Or the driver behind gets past. But so Keith will have to try to hold on as a yellow flag in sector 3. That seems to be Warren. Big spun.
Be careful, not taking any Valtteri Bottas now, please.
Yep.
Tweety, he cannot, he's not hanging on the back of Martin Bell so good. Of course, Martin is also 6 laps old soft and Tweety on medium. But also Martin Bell's tires he would probably start to feel the tires now and the vibration now. But also Lewis also has fallen a bit back here now.
Yeah, needs to push a bit more to keep up with the racing point ahead. But DRS definitely helps him though, and now he's right on the back again of the racing point. And Ferry real close on Tango. Hassan and Mercedes. He goes left, and I think he has to move down long before the corner. Yeah. Ferry is passed up to PC. Oh, no, Tango tries to fight back. There's not enough space, and Ferry gets to move down. Tango down to P7. That's Steven also really close. Oh, almost touching the back of Ferrari there. So we have a few close battles, but no big groups forming up at the start here.
If you like what you see here and like to see, oh, as a Steven makes a little mistake there, but he doesn't get any front wing damage. But of course, if you guys like what you see here, then remember to subscribe and press the notification bell so you can see every time we are live. Of course, we are in a insane driver and constructor championship battle at the moment, so I would recommend. Oh,
Luis passed Sancho on the main DRS straight, and is up to the lead of the race as Carlos and Martin are going into the pits.
sorry that we didn't get that on camera.
Really close. Tango and Ferry, will Tango get back at the Haas driver? Looks like he has to. Oh, yellow flag, that's D. Warren, really struggling out on the track today.
And just gonna finish by since then. And if you that's watching also likes the commentating here, remember to watch Global Series Tire 1 on Sunday, because I also commentate there. There's also something really exciting to see. Now thank you right on the back of Ferry as we have yellow flag and TSK D. Warren. Yes, spin around, and he's going into the pits.
Tango, what has happened to him? Tango is off the track, both Mercedes drivers, as a virtual safety car. And that's a golden opportunity for Sancho getting in the pits. Oh, that's lucky. Ferry looking to get into the pits. Samsarji also. Samsarji gets a drive-through penalty on with speeding.
And Sancho then, he also pitted onto the hard tires. So that was perfect timing.
On the hards?
Could it be going soft, hard, soft? I don't know if that's a possibility in this track.
I thought soft, medium was the preferred strategy, to be honest. But
yeah, it's very long time since I drove here in a league race, so I don't remember so much. I only remember that the tires got or that the track, yeah, they eat the tires here. Not as much as on Baku, but it's not the best here.
Nope.
But we got a close fight on SST band. Ferry and YWR had us now. Real close after the virtual safety car now. Let's take a look at them. Also Martin Bell right on the back.
We see some different tire choices here from the drivers. We see Ferry and Martin and Babunji going onto the mediums. With Sancho, Samsarji, Vitad, Viti and Tango going onto the hards. So
like I said, Haddett he pitted very early, so and since it is on the hard, I think he's going for a soft, no medium. He started on medium, so then a hard, and maybe another set of medium.
It'll be interesting to see. We see Lewis also driving into the pits, putting on the hard tires. Sancho will
get a commentator.
Sancho passed.
I'm just gonna say commentate here from Dylan Warren. Soft hard is faster. I gave up and just started screwing around. Okay. Well, let's hope you get better, or you come back stronger next week than on USA. But Martin Bell, oh no, wait. Yeah, he has fell off the other guys. Then Ferry as a steelman and had it. Wait, huh?
What has happened to Hades?
Wait. We have been watching them. I should have noticed this, but I've been watching it on the PC and the comment. Damn, I
So,
should.
just coming in here with Babuje having passed Lewis at the end of the DRS straight. Also, Khan and Kviti fighting really hard now, up out P10. It's Khan winning that battle. Yellow, no, this is the same penalty.
But of course, we still got a close fight though between Ferry, Steve, and Martin Bell, and Hades. They're real close now here on the track. So of course they're on different tires too. So it's gonna be an exciting fight here about P6.
Looks like Babuje has some real pace on those mediums. He's pulling away from Lewis.
Yeah. For our Vilsus at his fastest lap. Also a little bit of fight about the last points there in amount between Conway, Kviti, and Tanguo.
We see Martin Bell closing up with SSD Van, McLaren, and Renault. SSD Van tries to go defensive, shifting lines, with Martin Bell going on the inside, and he gets the move done for now. SSD Van tries for the switchback, but Martin Bell has the move covered off, and he also has a DRS here. So nice move from the McLaren driver. That was has.
A beautiful overtake.
And Tango also joining in there. 3 drivers.
We're gonna go 3 wide. Or it doesn't look like, but Connor's on the inside of Kviti.
Oh, and they all. Oh, how? How did they all save that?
Wow.
Oh, and now they're fighting real hard here.
Yeah, of course they're gonna be able to get some starts. Is closing in back to Ananta Barlow, 26 behind. No, he is pushing all his way now. Maybe, of course, he was unlucky in the start, but still 23 laps to go. It's a long race here today.
And Babuje is closing up to Sancho in the lead, so he could be fighting for the place there. He probably has to stop one more time, but it'll be interesting to see.
Steven is having a good race at the moment. He's in 8th position. I got in 6 places up.
Tango on Khan. Mercedes and Red Bull. Red Bull also has DRS, so Tango makes a hard move stick, but he gets past. Sancho with a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for a Racing Point driver, but he could probably hold the over 3-second gap down to Lewis. But let's see. Khan and Tango and Kviti still fighting, but keeping their positions. And now, what's the closest fight? I think it's between those 3 drivers.
Yeah, those are closest at the moment. They are almost inviting Sam Sachi to join them too.
So, who's your favorites for podium position at the moment?
I gotta say, I'm really impressed by Babuje today, because you see that he can be very unlucky in some race, and I'm not sure but at the start when I started commentating, I think he also drives a global series that I commentate him there, and he can be sometimes unlucky and be out of top 10, but we're seeing a very good, of course I forget the word right now, but in the start, from the start commentating, he was further back and now he's further up, and this is what we like to see. So I think that Babuje is looking really strong here today.
Yeah. He of course has to stop 2 times, so he still has 1 stop left. But he's looking great for podium today, as you said, so I'm hoping he gets a podium too. But I think Sancho is the driver most likely to get the win here, get the W.
Of course, there's starting to be a lot of big gaps between drivers. Martin Bell 1.7 behind Ferry, and yeah, but except from that, it is these three drivers fighting for P10 at the moment.
Tango, 3 seconds.
Subsarge is right on the back, but he's not closing in anymore at the moment, though.
Always struggling to keep the pace of Kviti, yeah.
But they're only talked about in the drive standings. We only talked about the top 3, so we can take you through the whole top like the 25 here with the reserves. So we got Sancho in P1 with 225 points. Then we got Martin Bell, Antavarlo, OSR and Lewis, F1 Con Racing. As we see that there are a fight here between Tengu and Kviti.
Yeah,
what a touch.
Around. It was 3 wides in turn 1, and that rarely goes well for all drivers, and it didn't this time either. Khan has lost a lot of front wings, same with Tango, and Kviti pulls away without any damage at all.
But keeping on that, Prime Wilson in 6th, Tiska D1 in 7th, then we got SST Ben, Vita, OSR Flu, then we got Reserve in 11th, it's Bowling, then we got some Sarge, Whatever Hades, Ferry, then another reserve. I think you remember his name from the start when we commentated Vaki. Then in 16 we got Tenguo. In 17 we got Whatever Marcus reserve. He's moved up to Tire 1. In 18 another reserve. It's Bolly. And then we got Joko in 19. In 20 we got Young Light. And we got Creed in 21. In 22 we got also Felipe. LL Heist another reserve in 23rd, and then in 24th Baboon J, and then we got King Kiski in 25th.
So Baboon J could really grab some points here. What is his best placement so far?
Let's take a look here. His best place is his 10th position. 10th position. What is happening with my English? Position. I will.
So he's looking like a real winner or a real podium candidate here. Let's hope for a sec that he could get the podium place today. The third position.
I made the word earlier. Okay, let's just forget that. I don't know what's happening. Go to Martin Bellum, 1.1 behind Ferry here in 7th position.
P7.
I feel like I get this baby voice when I try to say the S. I don't know why, but something's wrong with my voice today. But let's go back to the racing then. Martin Bell 1.1 second behind Ferry. Now they're both in the same tires, 7 and 8 laps, so it's basically the same here. Except for them, we got some Sarge souls right on the back of Kviti, fighting for the last points here. Maybe take a look at them also.
Does he have DRS activated or no? It was just outside when the DRS was activated, but now it's definitely inside. 6/10 up to Kviti. Martin Bell also inside the DRS now. Okay.
But we're gonna take a look at this streak though of Antavarlo. He has a 5 podiums streak for the last races, and also Sancho had a 5 streak race with podiums, but on Japan he got a 5th, so there it went off. Antavarlo, there are still 80 laps to go. There's a lot of possibility. He's at the moment in 12th position, but can he continue this streak though? Do you think we can see him get back into the points and at the top?
If he could get the podium here, he needs one thing, and that is Bernd Maidlander and the safety car.
Yeah.
The safety car could really turn this race around for the medium runners who can pit onto the mediums, for the drivers at the back of the grid. So for the back markers, we need to hope for a safety car. For the front runners, they will be hoping for a clean race to the end.
Yeah. Also, I think that now they would have to go in the hard. I don't think medium can last to finish with 18 laps on this track. I'm not sure.
Hard to know.
Yeah, it's a hard to know, but yeah, of course, we don't know. See if there are any other things to look at here in the race results.
From Sarge, really close on Kviti.
3 tenths behind, and you can see that his tires are It's all looking okay with 8 laps on. Look at
Isn't this DRS working maybe?
could it be that you have a DRS problem? Most of the times you have to pit before it gets fixed, but sometimes it can also get fixed out on track. But I've noticed that every time I get it, I have to pit before it gets fixed.
Yeah, let's hope he's going to pit. No, it's on a hard tire. See, you probably will be driving that to the end, and then it's really hard to get past the racing point ahead of him.
You can take a look at whatever I had in 9th position with 15 laps in those hard, and if you can try to get a look in those hard tires. He's going to in the pit test with the says that. Now we can take a look at what tires he's going on, as I'm starting to get using a time penalty.
Yeah, oh, what tires side? Oh, yeah, he's going to the pits. Mediums probably.
Is he changing? He doesn't have front wing damage and he's changing. What?
Oh.
What?
He probably has
wait, substantia.
the yes option. Oh.
Substantia on the inside of Quiri then. And he makes it. But now we can see if he gets the DRS, because then we get it here too. Yeah, he got it. But Harris, he didn't have any front wing damage on my screen. So, I don't know.
Probably just as Binotto changing front wing. No, it's not the Ferrari, oh forget it. Just the Williams team using the front wings they got.
Yeah.
If you excuse me, I'll just have to let you get out.
Yeah. But then we can see whatever had us right on the back of Varlo. He's now onto P11. We can take a look at Martin Bell then. He's also back well close to Ferry now, out on the main straight. Only 6 tenths behind, 7 tenths behind. I mean, on both on the mediums, DRS being open, and he has not so much DRS to use. Ferry then, oh, he got a lock to use and protect his position with.
Yeah. Both those drivers will have to pit again, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Also, take a look at the constructor then. At the moment, Ferrari is, yeah, they're right at the back there, and they're leading. McLaren only have one driver, 7 points behind. So, of course, I think Martin Bell is fighting really hard, and Racing Point is only 1 point behind McLaren too. So
as it stands now, Racing Point will gain the lead after the race.
Yeah, but they're going from third to first, but at the moment.
Samsarji and Kviti fighting, but Samsarji keeps the position. Or gains the position? I don't remember. That is also passing Ante Varlo as Prime Wheels dives into the pit. 12 laps on softs, that's a lot. Ethan staying out for another lap.
But Martin Bell then, White Brian Fair now, can he do it this time into turn 1? He got a little bit more years to use. I'm not sure if it's gonna, if no, it's not gonna make it now. Maybe in the second DRS rate after turn 3, down to turn 4 then maybe. But, oh, as Steven works in the back of Prime Wilsu. Prime Wilsu just came out of the pits. Oh, side by side into turn 1. Look, as Steven is in the front, Prime Wilsu trying to fight back. Oh, Martin Bell and Ferry is fighting too.
Martin Bell on the outside line, I think the inside line, and Ferry squeezes him out. Oh, how does he save that?
What a save for Martin Bell there. As we also had Harris with a fast lap on 1:17.4. He's on new medium tires, probably going to the finish line.
Crucial for Prime Wheels to get past the Renault driver of SST ban here, because they're both going on to the end, and he needs to utilize those medium tires as long as possible.
Of course, all soft, or all. I think that actually all the drivers on hard, except Antivarlo, is going to the finish. Who knows?
And maybe Antivarlo too.
Yeah, it could be.
Flag sector 1.
He got 18 laps.
Is that Lewis? No. What's happened there?
Khan Racer. I think it is.
Khan is really struggling right now.
Yeah. But
Vita dives in the pits, yeah.
Prime Wheels on SST band then. Guys, there is open, going on inside into turn 1, and gets a good overtake there on the Renault. Also gets the DRS now, of course, with Martin Bell still fighting with Ferry at the same point now. So maybe he wants to get past. So of course, they're on the same tires. Sancho with another 3 seconds. But Bunjay has to make another pit stop though. Also, Lewis is about 6 seconds away from Sancho at the moment.
Do you know if Lewis has any penalties?
I haven't checked actually. Well, let's take a look on. I can take a look on Luis and Sancho because, of course, Babuna has to make
Just wait to the end of the race, Pariah. It'll be more exciting then.
Yeah, true.
So let's see and wait. As we see in Norway.
Oh, we got some more comments. Can you maybe? I see now that I get. Question here, could you maybe show us the penalties for the top 3 in the next few laps? Lewis hasn't got. Okay, he said that Lewis does not have a penalty. That's the
and Sancho has 6 seconds. How long is 6.7? This game is
Martin
just
Bell.
back in Lewis's hands now. Martin Bell. Oh.
Corner is left.
Martin Bell is passed, I think. No. Ferry goes really deep in defensive position, but now he has the DRS. No. Yeah, Martin Bell has the DRS. Oh! What's happened there? Did he escape that without wing damage?
He just turned very sharp into the right. But Hasten, they are in 10th position now with 40 points. They are 53 points behind right now. And they're looking really strong here today at the moment.
From Sargi. We're back on Queety.
Look at Hasten in 2nd and 4th. They both have to make some pit stops still, but they're going on a strong race here today.
Yeah, it's just like Australia, where the Hasses are really strong compared to other tracks. And today they're not a bunch of fucking wankers, they're a bunch of rock stars.
There are a bunch of rock stars here today. Let's hope to keep it on the next 12 laps then. Can keep our eyes on.
To get their tires to fit.
Yeah, Martin Bell fell out of the DRS, so I think we can take a look at some Sarge and Queety now. Going to the stadium section here. Is it Martin? Babunje is still only 2 seconds behind Sancho. Yeah, Babunje's tires are soon closing to an end, I think. Maybe.
Do you think he will go into the softs?
The stretch here is soft with a medium, but if he can stretch those medium tires, I actually think it's gonna go soft. Because I noticed that some of the driver went 9 laps on those. So maybe he will try to get those medium tires to lap 36 or 38, something about that. No, 26 and 28. But
Sargi passed. I don't know if you covered it.
I got it here on the camera. I'll be spectating.
Superb. But yeah, I agree with you. I think those drivers on the mediums will try to stretch their tires so they can go onto the softs at the end. I think it's too much to try to get into the end. But Bunji gets a 3 second time penalty. Don't know if he has any penalties.
Also, every driver has taken 1 pit stop except Prime Vilsu, Todd, Hades, and Varlo and Taguo. They have done 2 pit stops. And on driver SST man is up 7 places, Ferry is up 6 places now, so they are having a good race so far. Let's look at Queety, and as Martin Bell gets his 3 second time penalty, that's critical also for the driver and constructor standings.
Yep.
Queety then, on the back of some Sarge, the ERS open, but he's not using any ERS, actually.
No. Probably saving it for later.
This could be something, yeah. Also, retard on the back of SST man. Retard that's 3 laps on his mediums, and SST man on old hards, and he's probably going to stretch those to the finish.
In the pits.
And Martin Bell is now right on the back of Ferry again. Under a second here, can he keep it to the DRS section then? I think these drivers are soon also going to pit stop. But Bunje, he's gonna go on 10 laps on the soft tires. As Martin Bell goes to pits, then he's probably going on to the soft tires too.
Do you think Bunje has a chance of catching Lewis?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think that those soft tires after maybe 6-7 laps will get very worn, and yeah, at the end I think they're both going to be at the same condition. So I'm not so sure about that. We get 50 seconds, but yeah,
Could be something to look out for.
yeah, 10 laps to go then, and Vita is real close on SST man then until second DRS straight. Can he get the overtake now? None of them got a DRS actually.
Oh, what?
Or it looks like that at least.
Weird.
It's weird.
Vitar on the back here, but doesn't get past as the bank defends really great on those very worn hard tires. I think SST Ban has a great chance of fighting for a top 5 position here.
Yeah, of course penalties too, and like I said, Martin Bell of course went over soft tires.
Babunja already closed in 2 seconds on Lewis on 1 lap. As Lewis gets the 3-second time penalty.
Ooh, his first penalty. And these penalties, for those who don't know, they are real critical for many of the drivers here, especially Luis Sancho and Martin Bell.
Very into the pits.
Yeah, of course they're very critical for them in the when you go to driver stand or driver championship, and yeah. Oh, Vitar passed SST band then. Into turn 1 going on the outside actually. It's a good one.
SST Ban has really worn tires.
That was a very good overtake from Vita there. On the outside into turn 1.
Oh damn, that's impressive.
Let's go to Kviti then on some Sarge. He got the DRS now, but is it close enough then?
Don't think so. Nope. SST Ban loses the DRS on Vitar, so it will be hard for him to catch up as Vitar gets the 3-second time penalty there. Babunja with the fastest lap.
117.4. That's almost the same as Hades, so how big is the gap there? Hades had a 117.475 and Babunja's a 117. That's close.
Real close. And there Martin Bell 117.3. And probably fairly on the next lap with a 117.3 or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah. Now to watch it is it's Kviri then to watch, and Martin Bell gets another 3-second time penalty. Oh, on the outside then of Kviri, it's gonna do the same as Vitar. No, it doesn't make it. Sam Sanchez breaks late there. Ooh, it's a really good and close battle from these guys. Kviri get a DRS onto the next DRS straight in after turn 2, down to turn 4. Where is he gonna go? On the outside or the inside? He's going on the outside. He's turn 4. Can he make it though? On the inside in turn 5, and he makes it, I think, or some sergeant.
No.
And he makes it. Babunja gets a new fastest lap of 170.2, and there's a real good fighting between the Racing Point and Ferrari.
This fight will go on to the end of the race. Some sergeant with 3-second time penalty.
Oh, but look at Martin Bell then.
Hard to keep up.
Oh, he's gonna do it on Steven now. Oh, and he does it. Oh, that's a good battle there. Also,
and now Ferry right behind. We can have a 3 wide here.
Yeah, if you give me a minute, I can show you them, but we're not gonna tell the penalties. Just show them on the screen. That can we do. That shouldn't be a problem, or what, Bjartmar?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just gonna keep watching fights as Samsarge goes past Kviri on the inside. But I can take a quick look at that.
Ferry tries to dive on the inside of Martin Bell, but there's not enough space for the Haas.
Okay, and there, then the viewers can see it. But we're now telling him 6 laps to go then. It's a real close fight for P6 at the moment here. Also
Oh,
fight
look
about...
at Martin Bell here. Oh, there's not enough space.
Thank you. Now Antivaldo also went on soft now to end, so he has made another pit stop. He's maybe going for the fastest lap then, I think. Thank you is right in the back of him.
But with Martin Bell now 2 lengths behind Esteban, and he's definitely going past here. Maybe Ferry can do it as well.
Take a look at Kvita and Samsarchi. They fighted so much that whatever had is right in the back of them, and he's now joining the fight for the last points.
Esteban getting really screwed there, losing 2 positions ahead of 1 corner.
Yeah, of course, these are old hard tires, and they're on fresh soft tires.
Hades gets the move done.
Next car is Samsarchi.
And look at Babunje, he has closed the gap down to 7 seconds. So he could be fighting for top 2 at the end.
And Terralo with fastest lap on 1:16.4 then. Just as I guessed.
Martin Bell again with a 3-second time penalty. Really struggling with the track limits here in Mexico City.
Yeah, it is a very hard track when it comes to penalties and track limits. And Terralo has some 3 pit stops at the moment. Yet, this is T-Ban, Samsarchi, Kviri, Sancho, and Luis are the one on a 1 stop.
Yeah. And now Ferry tries around the outside of WR Martin Bell, and he gets the move done, I think. Yep. Martin Bell tries to break late, but Kviti gets a bit of a gap and will probably keep the position down to the next corner as well. Hades on Samsarchi.
He's trying on the outside, but Samsarchi breaks late. Can he now get the inside and next turn, and he gets it. Does Samsarchi make a... Oh, Samsarchi gets a little bit trying on the switchback there, but Hades gets the DRS and gets a better exit also. So, really exciting race here today. And with 4 laps to go, what do we say about this race?
It has been a lot of different drivers fighting different battles at different stages of the race. So it has always been exciting to watch. Maybe not in the front, because Sancho and Luis and Babuja has been so far apart from each other, but in the midfield with Ferry and Martin and Esteban and Kviti and Tango, it's been lots of great battles down in the grid today. So still 4 laps to go to enjoy those battles, so let's just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Martin Bell on the back of Ferry. Doesn't go past here.
Locks up a little bit there too. Can he make now, but Punjay will have 3-second time penalty.
If it doesn't spin, I think it will just keep the P3 still.
Yeah. Martin Bell still behind Ferry then. What about Kviri on Samsarchi? Can he make it into the second DRS straight then?
We'll try it, but I think it will be hard to make it stick. This is the fight for the last points paying position. So will be a lot of fighting going on here as Vita gets another 3-second time penalty. Burre closes in on Luis as well, but I don't think it's enough.
Nah, and of course we can't forget the penalties too. But I want to take a look at Sancho. He has had the most laps on those hard tires. Let's see. Okay, if you go on TV part, we can see that they are very worn at the moment. But I think they're gonna be last lap will not be so easy, but it will probably work.
Oh, he loses the back end there, and those tires are a death trap now.
At the moment, we only have Martin Bell inside the DRS on driver, and that is Ferry. Both on the soft tires, 3 laps to go. I just think this is a really exciting race we got here today. And amazing watching this as always, and so many drivers who have the possibility to take a win here.
And as podium as well, Brunjay will, if not anything goes wrong for him, he will be grabbing his first podium for the season.
Yeah, you can take a look at his results then. He got, I just gotta find him then. He got 11, 12, 10,
oh,
and another 11.
Espan.
But has something happened to Kviti? Kviti is ghosting.
Yeah, I think so. Those two drivers have spun just now, so that brings Antivalo back in contention for a points pay position.
Yeah,
amazingly enough.
Yeah, of course, at the moment we can watch Martin Bell, then he's very close, and Ferry. I think it's going to be the fight for P6 then. We got 2 laps to go. Sancho then is leading at the moment. He do have 6 podiums, I think. No, 8 podiums he got. He got 4 second places, 3 wins, and 1 third place. Could this be his 4th win here today?
I will need a bit of a surprise to not be his 4th win, but still everything can happen. Wheels can puncture, you can spin around, as we saw some Sergeant Kviti doing. So let's see here. Sancho is done with the tricky sector on worn tires now. Only has to do it one more time.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna take our last lap spectating Sancho. Of course, it's also good from Babuni. It's only 4 seconds by Lewis, but it's sadly not enough. Then Sancho starting his lap, and I was gonna say he's been doing a very strong race here today. He's got up 1 place, I think.
Antivarlo, right on the back of Kviti.
Take a quick look there too. Yeah, down to turn 1.
I'm just gonna shout it out if Martin Bell also gets anywhere close to Ferry.
Yeah, let me know when I go out to the main straight, and except that we're gonna spectate Sancho. Of course, Sancho's done an incredible race as always, and this is he's in the second sector now, still a little bit to go. You see that he's almost running out of fuel too, but 26 laps on those hard. I'm not sure if those hard will last so long, but probably they will. They're warm now, but looks like okay. So also now it's overcast, so the weather has changed a little bit, but still no rain here. So see that Martin Bell still a little bit behind. Kviti a little bit behind as well, but then Sancho in the 3rd sector going to the stadium. We can see the little bit of confetti going around there into the lost corners or in the stadium, and we just have to congratulate Sancho to get his 4th win here today and his 9th podium for this season. Then we're going on to Lewis crossing the line in 2nd place and taking that 2nd place. But Bunjay then on the soft tires crossing the line in P3.
Oh. Lots of penalties for Bunjay.
Prime Vilsu then on the medium tires in the stadium section. You can see the confetti and all the fans celebrating for their racing point here. Also, maybe they think that it's Sergio Perez. Antivarlo in P11, Kviti in P12, then Prime Vilsu going to the last corner now, getting a P4 here today. Vita taking P5, and Ferry crossing the line in P6, taking up to P4 after penalties. Martin Bell P7 as his T-Ben then. Can he does anything with penalties here today? To the last corner, crossing the line in P8 and taking that position to Wadaber Hades on the 9th position at the moment, and he takes that on track and he keeps that. Some Sarge then taking the last points here today on for this race. He's gonna cross the line in P10. Yeah. Do you have any drivers today?
I have to say Babunjay. Babunjay has driven a really great race and gets a deserved podium place and his first podium this season. But
Yeah.
an honourable mention goes, of course, to the two drivers top 2 and the P4 Ferry, who drives penalty free and gets a 3-4 finish for the Haas team.
Yeah, of course, my vote also goes to Babunjay, who he has 1 point from this season, and now he gets a lot of points to take home to Britain and celebrate. So he's my driver of today. And of course, Sancho going further away in the leading with now 250 points. Martin Bell, where did he finish? Let's take a look now. P7, so that is 6 points for him. And he's falling a bit back, and Varlo also not lucky. But then Sancho in P1 taking his 4th victory today. Then we got OSR Lewis in 2nd. In 3rd we got Babunjay. In 4th we got Ferry, so it's a 3-4 for the Haas. In 5th we got Toro Rosso, Prime Wilson. Then we got Beta in 6th. In 7th we got Martin Bell. In 8th we got SS T-Man. In 9th we got the other Norwegian Harris. Then we got Sam Sarge taking the lowest points here. And Varlo in P11 after a bad start or unlucky start then. In 12th we got Kvit, in 13th we got Tanguo, in 14th we got Khan Racer, and in 15th we got TTGD Warren. So, of course, we got 2 race drivers who didn't finish here today, Khan Racer and TTGD Warren, unlike for them. We can also see that Ferry was the only driver to not get the penalty, so really good driving from him here today too. Yeah, it just really surprised me that about this track not getting a penalty. But
yeah, it's impressive.
Any other things you want to say before we end our stream here today?
Just that we all need to look forward to next week when we're driving at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Also a track that is known for its penalties and lots of overtaking opportunities. And a championship fight up for grabs with Sancho, Antivarlo, Martin Bell, and constructors with Ferrari, Alfa, Racing.
Yeah. So, thanks for staying in and watching this race here today, race number 8 in Mexican GP. Of course, come back next week to watch America, where we're going to keep the fight about the constructor and driver championship. Goodbye and see you